It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and my name is Ethan Van Sciver, 26-year veteran of the comic book industry and world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan, a trusted member of the media today, as Jeremy says on Geeks and Gamers. Today we've got quite a show for you because, boom, Disney's released more gobbledygook for people to get excited. People are not excited about this movie, really. People are not excited about Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, and it's their own fault. They gave us two treacherous entries into the canon. Now they want to give us a third one. I'm sorry. Most of us want to say no. Most of us are disinclined to accept another treacherous entry into the Star Wars Disney canon. And yet here we are. We have to actually pay attention to this stuff because the mouse is making us, and it's very important that we do. It's very important that we let people know. If you knew that some grocery item at the grocery store was being poisoned, wouldn't you tell everyone? That's what we're doing right now. We're telling everybody about the poison of Star Wars at Disney. The official Rise of Skywalker synopsis teases new legends. New legends. And final battle for freedom. Let's look at these new legends, shall we? Oh my. Okay. We've got Adam Driver at the top here, looking... well, chinless and sad, tired. He looks like he could use a nap. Looks like my cat got to him. Sorry about that. We haven't had her declawed yet. They told me it's illegal in New Jersey to declaw the cat, or it's going to be illegal in New Jersey. Well, then I'd better hurry. Just kidding. All right, over here you've got Rey. Rey is acting with her eyes here. Daisy Ridley is acting with her eyes. As you can see, she's managed to put lines under her eyes like this. That's how she's acting. Her mouth looks like she thinks it's funny in a way. She's about to break into a smile. But she's doing all of her acting by putting lines, squinty lines under her eyes. And indeed, she looks wizened and older. She looks like she has already become a legend. She's already become a legend as she looks off into the distance. Over here, we see a very heroic gay man named Poe. And on the other side of him, we see a bounty hunter. And that's Kerry Russell. Why is Kerry Russell in this movie? Oh, she's friends with JJ. She's friends with JJ Abrams. JJ puts all of his friends from TV in gigantic, big-budget motion pictures. And I know Kerry Russell's gotten a little bit older, JJ, but it didn't mean you had to put a toaster on her head. You know, I'm sure that she looks lovely. I'm positive that she's aged well since she appeared on TV 50 years ago. And down here at the bottom, I'm sorry, this kills me. This absolutely kills me. The tiny, shrunken head of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, sitting on Poe's lap, evidently. Poe's ventriloquist dummy, Mark Hamill, who has been complaining subtly but bitterly about Disney's destruction of his franchise. And most recently, and I love this, I thought this was hilarious, and good for you, Mark. You let these bastards know. Most recently, he made fun of, the line in the trailer, but this is your fight, meaning that, look, Rey, I guess this whole thing, all 9 movies are going to basically have led up to Rey, and Luke Skywalker, of course, who we thought, that was the action figure we all wanted. Nah, he was just a stop along the way. He was a stopgap measure to get us to these two faces right here. These two faces are Star Wars now. And you wonder why nobody's going to the theme parks. I love the tiny little use of Luke Skywalker's head here. It certainly is different than the gigantic use of Palpatine's head in the official movie poster. And I don't even know what this is. I'm not even sure what this piece is or where it came from. Is this a new poster here with this planet that its skin is being peeled away and we can see Death Star schematics underneath? Is that what this is? What is this? What exactly is this? But in any case, I love the way that Palpatine's head was huge on the poster, and Luke Skywalker, his head has literally been shrunken. He has been minimalized. Disney is letting him know that he is, a pinhead in essence. He is nothing to this franchise. That is how Disney feels about Luke Skywalker. That's how Disney obviously felt about Han Solo. They used Han Solo as a pincushion for a lightsaber. That was embarrassing. That was not the way for that guy to die. And of course, Carrie Fisher's job is to be old and to, even after death, to smile and hug people. And to just approve of the whole thing. Carrie Fisher's job as Princess Leia in this movie now is to just smile, hug people, and approve of the treachery. That is what she's got to do. So we look forward to what they got to say here. It says, we have a new official synopsis for Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Disney and Lucasfilm recently treated us to a new look at the sequel from D23, which gave us some very eye-catching footage to discuss, and we did discuss it. I'm not sure it was eye-catching, but we did discuss. It was footage, and we did discuss it. Most notably, the shot of Dark Rey, quote-unquote Dark Rey, which I am so sorry. But if you didn't laugh at that, you are a hardened themarysue.com subscriber. There is no way that you didn't find that to be hilarious. I laughed really hard at it. I laughed at the lightsaber. I thought that was funny. I mean, did you laugh at that when she tried to look tough and scary, and then she kind of flipped open, like her special lightsaber, like some sort of as seen on TV kitchen gadget? How could you not laugh at that? Now they've given us another little nugget in the form of this synopsis. Unfortunately, as per usual, they're really not showing their hand too much. Well, we are. The synopsis reads as follows. Lucasfilm and director but J.J. Abrams join forces once again to take viewers on an epic journey to a galaxy far, far away with Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, the riveting conclusion of the seminal, I know it's seminal, Skywalker saga, where new legends will be born and the final battle for freedom is yet to come. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker opens in the U.S. In theaters on December 20th. All right, go fuck yourself, Mickey. So what does that tell us? It's largely a rehash of details we're already aware of. J.J. Abrams is coming back to finish what he started with The Force Awakens. The Horse Awakens. This is going to be the conclusion of the Skywalker saga, which is certainly important, but has been made clear previously. The movie comes out in December, but there are a couple of nuggets worth discussing in there until we get a full-length trailer sometime this fall. And here are the two nuggets. Nuggets. These are not nuggets. All right, so we get new legends, which means that, I don't know. Are they referring to their characters? Do they think they've made legends out of their characters? I mean, it's legendary failure, I would say. Or are they referring to a possibility that there's going to be a new Broom Boy situation at the end of this movie, and that Broom Boy is going to grow up to be Rian Johnson's new hero? Is Broom Boy Rian Johnson's new hero? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to see. But new legends will be born. And the final battle for freedom is yet to come. Okay, so they're going to fight. In other words, Kylo and Rey are going to fight. They're going to fight on the remains of the Return of the Jedi unfinished Death Star that seems to be floating in some kind of an ocean somewhere, Endor. The fight looked like they were fighting in the trenches, the very same trenches that were used, or that Luke Skywalker, like the trenches that Luke Skywalker flew down in order to bullseye Womp Rat, in A New Hope. I mean, you could see one of the turrets, that actually looked cool. I mean, that part looked cool. Of course, it isn't that one because obviously, that Death Star. Or is it? I mean, is it the original Death? No, why would it be the original Death Star? It would have to be the Return of the Jedi Death Star. In any case, that is the new final battle for freedom. Of course, we do hear rumors that they're going to be doing a lot of force flashes, which means we're going to be seeing some flashbacks to the original movies, the original trilogy, or events that took place during the original trilogy. My theory is that Mark Hamill shaved his beard at some point in order for them to de-age him. This new technology that they're using to make Robert De Niro look like he's much, much younger, like he's a spry 68 in this new movie that's coming out on Netflix. They are going to use that footage, or they have used that footage on Mark Hamill to make him look like he looked in the 80s. That'll be fun to see. I mean, there are a lot of things about this movie that are curious, that are going to make me go, yeah. I'm not sure that I need to see an entire movie. I think I could just, enjoy probably a 10-minute reel of the parts of this movie, which is 3 hours and 15 minutes long. This movie's going to be 3 hours and 15 minutes long, by the way. In any case, so what are we doing here? We got Palpatine's coming back. Is it that Palpatine is coming back and possessing C-3PO? That is my theory. C-3PO gets red eyes. Of course, red is the color of evil in Star Wars. It's the color of the dark side. It's Darth Vader's lightsaber. So is C-3PO actually Vader? Now, wouldn't that be interesting if from the start we saw little Anakin putting together C-3PO, which would eventually become a vehicle to contain his spirit? Look, it could be. That could be the case, guys. I could be onto something here. C-3PO could be the vehicle that is going to be holding Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost, so that he can actually do something, and maybe do something good. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be an interesting conclusion to the story if Anakin Skywalker's ghost comes back and does something to redeem himself beyond, throwing the Emperor? What if he has to finish the job? What if Anakin throwing the Emperor over that ledge while he was firing electrical blasts out of his fingertips, presumably to his doom? What if he had to finish the job and he needs to do it in C-3PO's body? By the way, now I'm convinced that is 100% the case. That is exactly what that means. We'll find out. C-3PO is probably the most interesting and funny thing that was in that trailer. Actually, the second most funny thing, second only to Dark Ray. Dark Ray. We've got Carrie Fisher's going to return. Her job is going to be to hug everyone and approve of the treachery. That's going to be interesting. Carrie Fisher is, she is back. Her role in this movie is to just hug people, hug all of these people. They have disgraced Mark Hamill. They have disgraced Harrison Ford, but they cannot fully disgrace Carrie Fisher in any really meaningful way. Actually, it could be worse. Having Carrie Fisher's character hug all these new characters and acknowledge them as worthy, predecessors or worthy replacements to her peers, her friends. That is the ultimate treachery, and that is what they're going to make Carrie Fisher do with CGI, which is what she did in the last movie as well. Billy D. Williams is in it, of course. Everybody wants to see Lando Calrissian, but he's only got a very brief role, apparently. He will play the taxi cab driver, essentially, flying the Millennium Falcon for the Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, and John Boyega. The whole movie is going to be a disaster. This is going to be an awful movie. Billie Lourd's in it. She is Carrie Fisher's daughter, but she doesn't have much of a role. Thank God Kelly Marie Tran is in it. We're looking forward to the return of Rose Tico. She has been given dignity, I believe. She's been given some sort of rank, in the Resistance. She's been given some kind of rank. We'll find out what that is. I also heard that she dies in the first 15 minutes of the movie, but that could also be a complete and total lie. So that's where we stand right now. That is how things look for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. How do you feel about this? Are you okay with it? Do you want to talk? Do you need a shoulder to cry on? Let me know in the comments section below. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, make sure to do so. It looks like we're kicking into gear with Star Wars here. We're going to be seeing more absurd nonsense as we get closer and closer to that fateful day, a day that will live in infamy, December 20th. 2019. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you again soon with a new video.